We should all be applauding this based actor who had the courage and the bravery to step out of the Hollywood sphere, the Hollywood agenda, to tell us about some of the insanity that is going on within Hollywood, and to speak about that in this video that we are going to be watching here, where he talks about some of the things that are going on in Hollywood, the wokeism, the diversity, quote unquote diversity, and everything else, and how it is not actually being helpful towards society or anything like that. And he talks about a lot of really interesting things in this video that he posted, which is really good stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what this is all about. So Highlander actor Adrian provides his thoughts on diversity in film. Paul, so he is someone who was in the Highlander film and stuff. So, but we're gonna take a look at this and actually check out his video here and watch it for ourselves.
Job. So Gonzalo Amieda actually asked me what I thought about all this diversity in film. You know, I mean, the female James Bond and films like The Eternals, or the series like The Eternals. And there's a lot of diversity, and the awakening era that we're in now, with having females and having various groups being cast in different roles.
Boom. So, and he gets even further deep. We're just going to kind of play this a little bit at a time and kind of talk about it and stuff. But basically, this is a problem in Hollywood right now. We're seeing this problem playing out in things like the Rings of Power show coming from Amazon right now. And it's a problem that's continuing to honestly get worse in some ways as well within Hollywood.
The way I look at it is, I think it's a great thing. But
I will agree with that. Diversity in itself isn't a bad thing. It is how it is executed and why it is executed. These are questions that we as fans continue to ask about some of the decisions that Hollywood studios are making about their films and stuff, and we continue to ask these questions like, why are you doing this, and what purpose does this serve, some of those types of things. But the problem is that if you ask those types of questions, then you are labeled as a bad person in society by Hollywood and by the elites.
I also think it's gone too far one way at the moment. It's always going to be like that whenever you have a movement that comes out and is very current, that it's everybody wants to step on the bandwagon. I think the thing is, characters in films have to be written for the characters that they are, you know, or the people that they are.
So, you know, immediately I think of things like Rings of Power and everything else. And let's go ahead and jump a little bit forward, because there's something that I really want to get to that he talks about that's super important.
You have to really look at it and write those roles for that particular type of group. And I think, you know, there's a plethora of stories out there for the diversity groups that are now coming to the forefront.
Exactly, and that's a good thing to keep in mind as well, is that, you know, Hollywood doesn't really want to tap into some of these mythologies and stories that are out there that come from different cultures, you know, or from different places like Africa, India, you know, different things like that. They don't want to tap into any of those great and rich stories that are coming from those cultures. All they want to do is continue to take stories that are popular already here in America and twist them into their warped version of those stories. And it just goes to show that Hollywood really doesn't care about diversity at the end of the day, because they do some of that type of stuff. And it's a shame. And it really is a shame.
As well as women in movies, there are a lot of female roles. Female James Bond, I don't know about that.
This is really good what he has to say right here. This is really good.
I'm on the fence, and I'm not being one-sided on it. I think it was written for a male. And when you come, I actually had a security series that I was looking at, a reality series, and I met with various bodyguards, etc. And they said, the thing is, when you have a guy that's 300 pounds or 250 pounds full of muscle and pushing through a security detail, it's really hard to stop that person if you're a female.
Boom. He is correct about that. I mean, you can argue that all you want, but that is just the facts. Those are the facts.
Of only 150 or 200 pounds, even 200 pounds. So you're looking at something that is a different, it's trying to put a square peg into a round hole, and I'm not sure that works. Again, I might be mistaken, but I think we should really sort of look at what fits. you know, make sure that you're going to have, you know, you're not going to build a canoe to go across the ocean. You want to build a big ship so you're safe, right?
So he's correct about all of this type of stuff that he's talking about here. And can I just say, thank you so much, Adrian Paul, for being based and willing to say the things that aren't allowed to be said in Hollywood. Like, huge congrats, man. That's great. And we need more people like this. We need more people like this in Hollywood to speak out. And I think there are people in Hollywood that are like this, that are like Adrian Paul and so many other actors that I've covered here on the channel as well, who speak outside of that Hollywood bubble, out of that Hollywood narrative. We need more people that continue to do that, and we need to encourage them to do that, because they are influential on our society. As much as I hate to say that, as much as I wish that they weren't as influential as they are on our society, the fact is that they do have influence on many, many people, particularly younger people, and we need to continue to see courageous people step out to say these types of things. He is correct about this. He is absolutely correct about what he says here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for new. I'd appreciate that a lot. Leave a like, comment, share this video, and I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.